Next question goes to Dan Finelli. 2 minutes on energy independence. You know, ever since the Gulf oil spill, you don't hear drill, baby, drill much anymore. Do you favor offshore oil drilling within 10 miles of Florida's coast, or should Florida remain off limits to drilling because it poses too great a risk to our tourist-based economy?
Oil is imperative for the continued success and prosperity in the United States of America. We must make it a priority to become energy independent. 50% energy independent within 5 years, 100% independent within 10 years. The way we're going to do that is by drilling on the mainland, and yes, doing it safely, but drilling out along the coast of the states, including Florida. Now, we have to make sure we do it safely. I believe we need to extend the CONUS, or the continental United States of America, so that it is actually 125 miles away. I believe we need to do that for national security. As a naval officer, I understand we need to utilize the U.S. Navy to protect those in the Gulf and in the Atlantic oil wells. We need to have patrol to protect them from any potential, because strategically they are in danger, and any terrorist organization or enemy nation can do significant damage, as we have seen just from the accident that took place in the Gulf. But we need to focus, and I just had a press conference about how we can become energy independent, how we can cut our budget at 5:30 this evening, and it's significant and very significant for us to keep those jobs. As you have seen how the state of Louisiana was hurt financially because so many of the people in their economy need those jobs out there, and our country needs that oil.
Dan Finelli, now, if you'll select one other candidate here to pose the same question about whether or not they favor, in the wake of the Gulf oil disaster, close-in drilling off Florida's coast, or no, because it poses too great a risk to our beaches and our tourism.
State Legislator Kelly, go for it.
Well,
1 minute.
Ready?
1 minute.
Okay. Yes, I actually do favor this. The governor tried to play some tricks here and bring the legislature back up there and to try to use the fear that was taking place. Listen, what happened out there in the Deepwater Horizon fiasco that took place was a combination of failure of the company that was actually drilling to follow the guidelines, and the federal government to actually follow their own rules and to properly administrate that, and then they didn't even act. And so they let this whole thing take place, and we sat there and watched it. And now they try to use that as to stop us from being able to get some of the greatest reserves off of our coast. We can drill safely. We can be careful. We've known that, and we should not allow this one example to be able to say that we're not going to be able to go out there and actually provide the resources to become energy independent. It is a national, by the way, it is a national defense matter, and we need to become energy independent. So,
Thank you,
yes.
Kurt Kelly. Another question on energy independence, this for Ross Beeling. Beyond offshore drilling, what is your plan to make America 100% energy independent?
We've been hearing about energy independence since I was a kid back in 1973, and we haven't done much about it. We need to be drilling, moving towards utilizing our gas reserve capabilities. We need to show strength and be oak trees on that. The time for talking is long over. We need to be drilling in ANWR and places for coal, for clean coal. We need to look at every single possibility we can do to get away from this madness that is reliance upon foreign countries that are communists, foreign countries that want to see the downturn of America, the collapse of America. Our leadership in Washington is horrendous and has been for years. We start by sending strong people like myself to Congress that get it. And specifically, on top of the drilling, we need to do research for battery technology, electric cars that can give us more than 45 and 50 miles The Israelis have programs, of course, of different geography, programs where they have gas stations that are literally battery stations. You pull in, change a battery, and off you go. We need to move in those directions, looking at everything we can. That hydrogen is another area that's been a lot of work on it. If we don't do these things, our children will not have nearly the lifestyle we've had. And these are priorities that we have to get on now and make sure that we don't accept anything less than success. Time is up on this. It's like the national debt. Our backs against the wall, or against the wall, but we are Americans. We don't know how to quit. We're like Pavlov's dog. We just keep banging our head till it's done right. So hang in there. We're going to get it done. Thank you.
Thank you, Ross Beeling. Select a candidate, and let's hear what they have to say about their plan to make America 100% energy independent. Your choice.
Well, my choice is my fellow business person, Bruce O'Donoghue.
Well, thank you, Ross. And by the way, you're correct. Let me just share this, is that America must be independent from foreign oil suppliers, particularly in the Mideast and certainly in Venezuela. And we do that by utilizing all of our natural resources here in America. We end some ridiculous government regulations that have hampered and handcuffed the development for natural gas and for other oil drilling and for other fossil fuels. But the next thing is that we make it affordable and wise investment opportunity to do nuclear energy. And it is so cost ridiculous right now. But why is it that France and other nations around the world are able to do it and have it cost effective? So we've got to allow, we have to make it affordable and let these utilities the opportunity to build nuclear here in the United States affordable and effective.
Thank you, Bruce O'Donoghue. My next question to Daniel Webster. I had Florida Attorney General Bill McCollum on the 50,000-watt front porch on Bud Hedinger Live this morning. As you know, he has just proposed legislation for Florida that, if passed, would be tougher on illegal immigrants than the original Arizona law. Do you support McCollum's plan for Florida or not?
Well, to be honest with you, I have not read his plan. And that's what's wrong in Washington. We don't read bills, we just vote on them. I'm sure I probably do because I respect him as a person, but I have not read that. What I do support, though, is the Arizona law. I believe that, in my mind, all they are doing is enforcing the federal law. If you're illegal, you're illegal. I mean, let's think about it. I don't know that we need another law. What we need is the federal government to enforce the law they already have. We need to stop the people from coming across the border. How do we do that? We seal our borders. Second of all, the first people we have to go out are the muggers, thieves, criminal element, and get them out of here. Either deport them or prosecute them. After we stop the increase, then I think we deal with the ones that are here. No amnesty. Everybody that becomes a citizen of this country has to come through the front door. And if they don't come through the front door, then they're going to have to go out the back door.
Daniel Webster, select a candidate. They get 1 minute for their thoughts on whether they support McCollum's new plan for Florida or not to deal with the illegal alien invasion. Your selection.
Patricia Sullivan.
Thank you, Dan. I support also the Arizona law, and I realize that McCollum just came out and is wanting to copy what Arizona has done. And those of you who know me know that June 12th we had a Stand with Arizona rally in Lake County where 10 other Tea Party groups and 912 groups came together. And as a matter of fact, I think I saw Kay Rivoli here from Rivoli Review earlier, and they debuted their Stand with Arizona song. And it was awesome. But I'd like to add one thing to this discussion. My citizen candidate friend in District 5, Jason Sager, has said that he would propose a one-page bill if he gets to Congress, and if for some reason he doesn't, I will propose this one-page bill to make it a high crime for the executive branch to not enforce law.